This 1 Degree Outside video is brought to you by Fluid Form Bio, developing innovative 3D printing living pancreatic tissue to help combat type 1 diabetes. For the first time, you can join this visionary mission. Visit fluidformbio.com or their page on Start Engine to learn more about this exciting work.
Thursday Insights. Hi, everyone. Danielle Noyes here. Updated drought monitor. No big changes to the exceptional areas of drought across southwest Texas, southern New Mexico, Arizona. For us, continued improvement. No surprise there with the heavy rainfall over the last Tuesday to Tuesday time frame. So there's one spot in New England that's still in moderate drought, and that's for the Mid and Outer Cape back down to Nantucket. Since we saw lesser rainfall totals over that weekly period, we will continue to see some additional moisture come into play here over the next several days. In the last 24 hours, it hasn't been a whole lot. There have been some heavier downpours along the Gulf and in the central United States with some thunderstorms, a few tenths to a few hundredths really in spots across southern New England with this next wave of low pressure that's going by today. So not a ton of moisture with that. The next one, though, a little bit of a different story. We've got moisture and energy sliding through the central United States. Got to pick up some of that Gulf moisture and combine with some energy coming out of the northern stream. What that means for us is the storm is going to be to our south still for our Friday, but we will notice a tick up in humidity, and we'll be back into some of the warmth after a cloudy, cooler day overall in many areas. Notice these two systems, that northern stream energy with that cold front and that next one. So tomorrow there'll be a threat for thunderstorms, greatest really when you get across far southeastern portions of Alabama, stretching all the way back up through the central Carolinas and southern portions of Virginia for isolated to scattered severe thunderstorms. The storm center comes pretty much right over us Friday night into early Saturday. There will be some thunderstorms with it. That's the amount of moisture and energy with it. But notice it's not as high. To our south, there may be some isolated severe weather. I wouldn't be surprised if we have some general thunderstorms or rumbles that we hear from Friday night through early Saturday especially, and then maybe a few more that bubble up by Saturday afternoon. So let's time things out. Tomorrow, we start with clouds. They're in place today. They'll stay in place tonight. Maybe a few breaks, but not a lot of green. Maybe an isolated shower. Over the course of the afternoon tomorrow, we get a break or two of sunshine. The humidity goes up. That helps to pop a couple of showers or an isolated thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon to evening. I don't think they'll be that widespread, but there is a chance of a quick thunderstorm. That, you notice deeper reds, oranges in there indicates to me we may have some brief heavy downpours or gusty wind as they come on by. Then pockets of rain do fill in, but it's not until the late evening. In fact, this is the map at midnight. Fills in, rain falls steadily and at times heavily, rumbles of thunder, an isolated stronger storm in there. By Saturday morning, pockets of rain, a wet start, still some downpours, even an isolated thunderstorm. But notice we do taper off to some scattered showers in eastern Massachusetts, southeast New Hampshire, southern Maine, down through Rhode Island, eastern Connecticut. So there'll be some lulls. It won't be a washout the entire day. That said, still some pockets of downpours through late morning through the interior. By Saturday afternoon, not a ton. Northern New England, still some pockets of rain, still a leftover shower or two. If we get some breaks of sunshine, that's going to bubble up a few additional downpours and thunderstorms during the late afternoon to evening hours, especially away from the coastline. These will slide in through the evening hours as this next little wave of low pressure kind of travels right along the front. So it does look like, although we get some breaks, rain fills back in and may linger into Saturday night. And it's all because of the jet stream, right? We've got this dip that's coming in, combining with that moisture down to the south, and that trough in the jet stream is going to stay over us for Sunday and maybe even into the start of next week. It's slow to depart. So what that means for us is we'll stay relatively cooler, relative to this time of the year before we can get some of that warmth to build in, along with staying a little bit unsettled with a few showers around because of that upper level low still over us and that energy. So I'm going to play things through Sunday, and it looks like for most areas, this is a widespread 1 to 2 inch rainfall event, although in western New England, there may be some amounts that go 2 to 3. This is going to depend on the exact track of the low, which looks like right now it's going to cut right across kind of central or eastern New England. So along in north and west of the track, highest rainfall totals. South of that, it may be more like a half an inch or less, depending on the exact track of the storm. Not overly concerned with wind, although along the south coast to Cape Cod, it does get a little bit gusty as we head into Friday night, very early Saturday, and then another kind of burst of wind later on Saturday too. High temperatures for our Friday into the 70s, so back above average 50s overnight with some downpours, some thunder, possible cooler on Saturday, but pretty seasonable, either side of about 70 degrees with some pockets of rain, tapering off to showers and another round of showers and a thunderstorm in the afternoon. Sunday, 65 to near 70, actually pretty pleasant on the Cape, although the wind kicks up. And either side of 70 degrees on Monday, too, with clouds, a couple of showers bubbling up in a little bit cooler 60s in far western and northern New England, too. So we'll keep you posted, of course, on it all. You'll see it right in our app, too. The hourly forecast video is at the top. The interactive radar sponsored by CrackX. Free app is free on the App Store and Google Play. Our merchandise is out, too. We got sweatshirts, hats, bibs, coolers, gift cards, you name it. Check it out at swag.onedegreeoutside.com.